I've been sent a rather fancy looking box of products from XCP Professional. These products are designed to clean, lubricate and protect your motorcycle. I haven't produced a slick unboxing video to post on Instagram. As usual with this channel, I'm going to use these products for their intended purposes in a real world scenario and let you know how they perform. There's a whole host of products in this box, pretty much the entire XCP range. All of these are designed to either clean, lubricate or protect your machine. So I thought I'd take you through each product one by one as I'm applying it. I have broken this video down in chapters so that you can easily find each individual product section down below. First things first, the Africa Twin is pretty filthy given the rain we've had recently, so I've got a very good base to work from, and I'll start with the cleaning and therefore the first product, which is the XCP Cleaner and Degreaser. This is a water-based biodegradable product which is safe to use on all parts of your motorcycle. It's non-corrosive, non-flammable and petroleum free. You've got two options to use this. You can use it as a degreaser and just spray it on neat, or if you want to use it as a cleaner, you can dilute this 1 part of this to 10 parts water and spray that on. I tend to use this in neat form more than often. I'll just squirt it around the bike onto the worst affected areas, leave it there for a couple of minutes and then rinse it off. If you want to use it as a general purpose cleaner, then dilute it down, put it in a bucket and just use it as you would do any other kind of shampoo when you're doing a contact wash. There is another product though, the salt remover, which you can use in the same style as this, but this is good for in the winter or post-winter. If you've been out for that ride, you get the salt covered on your bike. This will do a much better job of getting that salt off than this cleaner will alone. It kind of acts to improve the water, if that makes sense. What this will do is bind all the salt crystals together and means that when you come to wash it, there's more chance of you washing them off than if you use a standard cleaner like this. So this is really good in the winter, but for most of the times I'll just use this. As you can probably see, this is something that I use quite a lot, but a good thing that XCP do is they offer a 5 litre bulk refill pack that comes in a plastic bag essentially, so you keep this bottle and just refill from that into this. That cuts down on plastic wastage. So all I'll do is go around the bike giving it a quick spray down with this, leave it for a couple of minutes to do its stuff and then get on with the cleaning. I will give it a good spray on the chain and the rear sprocket, but I have got another product to clean this properly, but any extra you can get on there is going to help remove that grime. As you can see, this has been pretty bad recently. To wash the bike, I'm using my Karcher K7 cleaner, which is the big daddy of the home range. It offers the most power through its water-cooled motor. I chose the K7 as it's suitable for all uses around the home, from washing bikes and cars to jetting down driveways, stonework and decking. It comes with a couple of attachments. The standard lance has variable power, which is really useful, particularly on the bike, as I can control the pressure with the twist of a wrist. In the areas where I don't want the full blast of water, I can easily control the flow. There's a dirt blaster attachment, which makes easy work of ingrained dirt on stone, but it's not the one I'd recommend for the bike. When using this machine for cleaning driveways, etc., the K7 has a really useful plug-in detergent system. Just drop the container into the top of the machine and you have a constant feed of cleaning agent. I also picked up the Eco Booster Jet, which offers a 50% reduction in water and energy usage compared to the flat lamps, but it also offers excellent cleaning power, really handy for doing the car and good for bodywork and plastics on the bike. The hose and power cable are both long enough to give you plenty of reach, and I'll leave a link in the description for you to check it out in more detail, but it's been an excellent piece of kit. So after leaving the cleaner and degreaser to do its stuff, I gave the bike its usual clean with a blast of foam followed by a contact wash with a mitt, finishing it off with a going over with the Bruhl Dryer. Already you can see how bad this chain looks, and I haven't actually even used the chain cleaner yet. I've just used that degreaser. Does a great job. Now this is a tool that I never thought I would need until I used it, and now it's part of my arsenal. I use it all of the time. Using this to blast air off of bikes like this saves so much time when you're cleaning it. It is fantastic, and I'll leave a link to my review I did of this a few years ago down in the description if you want to go and check out exactly what it's all about. It's a fantastic piece of kit, and as I said, it's the sort of thing that you don't know you need until you use one. So with the bike now clean and dry, it's time to turn my attention to the chain. Now, of course, I've already given it a spray with the cleaner and degreaser, but for more clout, I'm going to use this, the universal parts cleaner. This is a more powerful solvent-based cleaner, which isn't as environmentally friendly, so I keep this to just the areas where I need deeper penetration. Oh my word! Mainly the chain. So I'll give this a spray, leave it for a short while, then use the brush to work it in. Give it a quick rinse with clean water. And then it's time to apply the chain lubricant. So this is similar to most chain lubes, but it's been designed to offer a thinner, soft coating, which grips, but it offers minimal fling. Now, I will say that every product that I've used will have some amount of fling. The thing that I've learned is that if you leave it a while before riding, this can be minimized. If you spray on and ride off, you're going to have problems. I'll just clean up any excess lube from here. And there you go, that is the chain done. So there's a few products left in the case for me to talk about. One of them is this one. See what I did there? This is their One Spray. This is a multi-purpose spray. It displaces water, so I'll give you an idea of what its main competitor is, but it's something to loosen and lubricate. It is essentially an alternative to WD-40. XCP claimed that it is twice as effective. In this video, I'm not entirely sure how I can actually prove or disprove that. All I will say is I have been using this quite a lot and it works really well. It comes with a little spray nozzle on the front, so you've either got that misting spray or a jet, and it does exactly what it suggests it should do. And I'm guessing it must be good because this is now a standard issue to all AA guys out on the road, and if they're using it, I'm guessing it works. So the last two products are something I'm going to apply to the bike, and these are the XCP Rust Blockers. This is a rust protection film, similar, I guess the most well-known one is probably ACF 50. These spray on, paint on, whatever way you want to get them onto your bike, and they offer rust protection. They'll put a coating on the bike. This is a self-healing coating, so you brush it on, it stays soft, it doesn't go hard, and if that gets rubbed or knocked or something gets into it, then that allows the film to just kind of self-heal, which should give you good protection. Now, there's two versions of this. There's the Rust Blocker, which is the original one, and the Rust Blocker Clear Coat. This one came about because XCP got feedback that this one was a little bit waxy in its finish. I think for winter use, when you want the maximum protection, this is probably a good one to go for. This one is a little bit thinner, doesn't offer quite as much protection as this one, but it's got a clear coat, so it doesn't look as gloopy potentially as this one could be. So I'm going to use this one on the bike as it's summer, and it's simply a case of spraying it onto exposed parts, then gently wiping it down with a cloth to get rid of any excess. You can get a flexible extension, and this little hose means that you've got sort of 360-degree spray, so if you want to get it inside to box section or into difficult to reach areas, fit this on, give it a squirt, and it sprays it out. I'm going to have a go at putting this on. Now obviously my test is to put this on and see how it holds up over time, so I will have to report back on that. If you want to see a very technical presentation of how this works, then head over to the Bennett's Bike Social YouTube page, and I'll put a link on the screen here where John Milbank did a superb test of this. I don't have the patience or the ability really to do that sort of test, so have a look at what John's found. All I'm going to do is see how easy this is to apply to the bike and how it holds up over a summer of use. It seems to be going on quite nicely, and I can just give it a very gentle wipe, wiping it all off. That seems to have gone on very nicely, so it will be a little bit greasy to the touch at the moment, so it doesn't completely dry out, but it will go less sticky, and that looks pretty good. It doesn't look gloopy at all in that respect. First impressions are that this goes on really nicely. It's you can feel there's like a little bit of a a greasy film to it, but it's not claggy and horrible. Okay, so now I've come around to the other side and I'm going to use the original rust blocker on here just to see how different that is. And it goes on really easily, but instantly I can see it's a much thicker spray. Yeah, it's definitely more waxy. So yeah, as I said earlier, I think this is definitely a good one for winter use. It is that little bit thicker, it has got a little bit more stick, but it still goes on nice and easily. Now obviously it goes without saying, don't go anywhere near the brakes with this. If you're going to do any of the bits and pieces around the caliper, make sure everything is covered over and masked up. Obviously, as I said, this doesn't dry. You don't want this on your pads or your discs. So there you go, that's my quick run through of the XCP products. I want to thank the guys at XCP for sending these through to me. That was very kind of them to let me try these out. Now obviously I do want to make a point that this is not a paid review. I'm not being paid by these guys to do this video. It's not an advertisement. I don't have affiliate links for these products. There's nothing in it for me if you go to choose these. I just wanted to do a genuine test. These are British made products, which is one of the reasons I quite like to support it. So I thought I'd give it a go and show you what it's all about. There is some confusion because when you click on my videos, right at the beginning it will show a little banner in the top corner saying paid promotion. That is because I am sticking to the YouTube rules around that. Because I have affiliate links in my description, I need to show that video as having a paid promotion, despite the fact that the content of the video hasn't been paid for. It has nothing to do with that. I'm just following the rules as I should do. So hopefully that clears up any confusion, because some people see that and just go, well, it's a paid promotion, it's just an advertisement, I'm not going to bother watching it. And that is never the case on my channel. There are some products which I have been using quite a lot. So the one as the WD-40 replacement has done very well. The chain lubricant I found to be good. As I say, minimal fling, it dries with a small amount of film on there, and it doesn't seem to attract as much grit and dirt. And obviously if you get grit and dirt on your chain that sticks to the lubricant, that just acts like grinding paste and it will wear down your chain and your sprocket much quicker. The universal parts cleaner, I've used that a lot. That is really good. My son's been stealing it for working on his old BMW as well, so much so that there's very little of that left. I'm going to have to get another can of that, but I will buy myself a can of that. And then the cleaner and degreaser I think is brilliant. As you saw, I use it neat to spray it on, let it soak in, do its stuff and jet it away. But if you want to use it purely as a cleaner, just dilute it 1 part of this to 10 parts water and you've got a really nice cleaning solution as well. The other two, the rust blockers, they were the first time I've used these, so you've seen that going on as I've seen it. All I'm able to do is report back on that over time. But as I say, if you want to see a really technical, and excuse me John for saying this, slightly nerdy presentation, which it is, but I love it, then go to the Bennett's Bike Social and have a look at that. And again, I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. So to wrap up the video, I'm going to head back into the office to give you my final thoughts and maybe a couple of little bit of key details which I may have forgotten whilst I've been out there doing this. There is one thing that I didn't mention in the video, and that is the flashpoint of these products. The flashpoint, for those of you that don't know, is the point at which a material will ignite. So to give you an example, the flash point for the one product, which is the lubricant spray, is 105 degrees centigrade. If you compare that to what is its nearest competitor, I guess, which is WD-40, that has a flash point of just 40 degrees C. And it's the same with the rust blocker. The rust blocker's got a much higher flash point. When you consider that you're putting that on your engine, then that's something to be aware of. All of these items are stocked by Sports Bike Shop. They are a supporter of the channel, so if you want to go and buy your stuff through them, that would be fantastic. Obviously there's other retailers out there, but you know, if I can support their efforts and their support of me, that's good. There's a link in the description down below. If you've got any other questions, then let me know. Obviously I will feed back on the rust blocker after a period of time to show you and tell you what that's done and how that's performed. But anything else, just give me a shout, let me know in the comment section down below. And all that leaves me to say is until next time, thanks for watching, take care, ride safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.